All right, this black conservative woman completely cooked this Democrat for prioritizing illegals over black Americans.
So my frustration is, as a regular everyday American citizen, I feel that I am more likely to be harmed by Democratic policies such as open borders, because
I'm for secure borders.
Okay, but in your state, something like 4,600 or so illegal migrants that had criminal records were re-released from jail. So when we're talking about harming Americans, when we're talking about children potentially being harmed, when we're looking into child trafficking, we have to acknowledge that illegal migration is the biggest funnel for child trafficking. So when we're worried about Epstein with a couple of people, and you guys turn a blind eye to tens of thousands of children being harmed by your policies, that's a problem.
We have been for a secure border, but here's what I want.
No one in California can say that they're for a secure border.
Well, that's a policy I've been pushing for. But let me say this. Instead of having ICE raids in places like Minneapolis killing Americans like Alex Preddy and Renee Good, and doing raids on undocumented folks here.
Okay, so obviously, you know, that was during the height of that op that happened, right? When there were the ICE raids where there were these two leftists that were killed, and they tried to pretend that they were just protesting American citizens, but literally like 36 hours after that happened, it found out that they were both liberal activists and liberal agitators, which, by the way, doesn't excuse their deaths, but also doesn't make them completely blameless, right? So let's move on. The reason that this woman is cooking this Democrat right now is because she knows, and this is a black woman, she didn't bring race into it, but at the end of the day, Democrat policies make the lives of American citizens of all colors more difficult and actually more dangerous, all right? Because you have to understand, under the Biden administration, these people threw the border wide open. Upwards of 10 to 30 million illegals crossed that border under the Biden administration that were coming from everywhere on the planet, by the way, not just Latin American countries, all right? So not only are we getting more sex trafficking, we're getting more child trafficking, we're getting more drugs, we're getting more potential terrorists. Oh, because by the way, a lot of the illegals that came across the border were coming from places all over the globe that are documented terrorist states, all right? That is very real. And so Democrats can't really make an answer for why they're so soft on this. And it's becoming harder and harder and harder for them to make the case to the American people that they care about them, all right? And that they are tough on the border, because at the end of the day, the vast majority of the American people are going to start thinking, whether incorrectly or correctly, that Democrats just prioritize illegal immigrants over them.